Hello everyone that watch my videos. Today we're doing something a little bit different. Uh, Today we are doing an account review of myself. It's been a little bit less than 4 years since I started playing Genshin. So I was going to do this earlier, like a month ago, but then work got busy, so that didn't happen. Uh, I'll show you most of my built characters. I'll show you my Spiral Abyss, mm, how much exploration I have. That'll probably be it. Alright, let's get started. First, let me show you how much I've no-life this game, which I have 2,400 hours into the game. Natlan, uh, I haven't unlocked the gadget yet, so a little bit lower right here. These are decent. Uh, then we'll go Fontaine. Fontaine is 100%. 100% all the way. Sumeru is still not 100% in every area. Like, just, oh, there's only three? Uh, Desert, I did 100% somehow, don't know how. Leeway is another one that I struggle with. Uh, got Chasm, well, outside the Chasm. And I got 100% here, but then when we come up here, it starts to get a little bit harder to find chests. This region, I've looked all over for chests. They're probably ones that you gotta do challenges for, so I don't know. Mondstadt was actually the first one that I 100%ed. Uh, it was the easiest, except for this one. This one was hard. This one took me a while. These random chests just sitting, I believe it was like right here, right around here. I found it by accident. I think I left this domain and then I climbed over here to kill something and I saw it. I was like, oh. Uh, then if we go to Inazuma, Inazuma is where I spent most of my time. I loved it. Uh, I literally 100%ed these three in the first day and a half. And then when this one came out, I 100%ed it, 100%ed it. Only one I just cannot figure out is this one. I have scoured this entire island. Cannot find this last 4%. It has to be with missions that I don't know how to unlock because I'm lazy. Then if we go to the underreaches, I just gave up. I hate it down here. I don't know why. This is not my cup of tea. The other ones, though, I believe are 100, yeah. The underground part of the chasm. And this one was an actually easy 100. So I don't know. I got that really quick too. Uh, so I do have quite a few achievements. Just do this. So I'm almost at 1100 achievements. Uh, 70 characters max of friendship. I just do that on the side. Like it's not that hard. All I really do is put two women in the party while I'm doing domains or something. Uh, I know y'all probably already seen my constellations on some characters. I have 100%ed every tree except for obviously Natland because you can't. Alright, let me show you the characters now. Arlecchino. Uh, I'm pretty proud of my Arlecchino. I mean, it's not outstanding, but she definitely destroys the Spiral Abyss and Imagination. Imagination, or how the theater mechanic one. Uh, I do use this set. I know you could probably use Gladiators. It's pretty decent too, but and try to max her out the best I can. And I had 150 fragile resin, so I was like, oh well. And I used those all to get what I have. I believe on the website she's in the top 5% of Arlecchinos, so it's pretty highly ranked. I got a weapon which killed me, which I'll probably, if anyone saw my video on Arlecchino, killed me. I got her C3, which is actually kind of surprising. Like, I probably could have almost C6'd her if it wasn't for the weapon banner. It would have been close. I might C6 her and later. Uh, just having a C6. Then we have, which I was going to get her C2, but then Arlecchino got announced, so I was like, I'm not getting her C2. Which is okay, because she still does what she needs to. She is really low compared to some of my characters. I got her weapon, but apparently the crit ratio and how little elemental mastery I have on her isn't really highly rated on the website, so she's not the best, but she still helps my Hoot Towel, which I know a lot of people don't use her with Hoot Towel, but I needed a second Hydro, so it worked out pretty well. Finally, there's not really much to explain. He has 53,000 health. Obviously this, I thought about putting this on him, just because I think it looks cool, better looking. Like, just not even stat-wise, just because it looks cool. But I have not gotten to finish leveling it up, so there's that. The crit ratio is tremendous, and energy recharge is horrible too. It could be better, but I don't care. She does what she needs to. My Yelan, talk about horribly rated, is horribly rated. 73, 220. I don't feel like it's too bad. I forgot I had that on her. Oh well. I might eventually, well, with how the weapon banner is now, I might go for her weapon her next rerun. Yeah, I might go for it. Obviously emblem. I don't think my pieces are too bad on her. They're not the best, but they're not the worst either. They could be. I've definitely seen worse pieces on characters. So, Constellation 0. Didn't care for her that much. I only 10 this one. I forgot to show you. I triple crowned her and triple crowned Aquino. Which did I show you? I don't think I did show you. Artifacts. That one could be better. Could be better too. I mean, it got a lot of crit rates now. This one could definitely be better, but still need to summon. That was a good one. That's, I think, like 44 CV. So that's one of my best artifacts on her. That's a pretty good one too. That one, those all suck, so it doesn't matter. Shenhe. I do have almost every 5-star skin. I think the only one I do not have is D-Luke and Jean. One, because I don't like D-Luke, and I didn't have Jean when it came out, so didn't care for it. But I do like Shenhe's Black. I did get her weapon. I actually got her weapon early, I think. I have two-piece. I don't know if this is good to have two-piece on her still. She almost has 4,000. Constellation 0. I did crown her skill because at the time I used her with Ayaka. Because Ayaka was my second team in Spiral Abyss forever. It's seen by Ayaka.
A blade embraces
Well,
its duty.
she already shows you I
As
have
a
her
jeweler
weapon,
cherishes
so
their gems.
with Blizzard that goes up a decent amount, I believe by 40%. Her weapon, obviously, which I always thought Miss Splitter had a higher crit damage ratio. That is actually really low compared to some weapons. Her blizzard set is not too bad. That one, I just got a lot of attack on it, which is kind of bummer. Then we got this one, which is actually a really good piece. We got this one. I have a lot of 40 CV. I don't have a single 50 CV yet, so I think my closest one is like 49, so it was really close, but it's not right there yet. This one is, I think, one of the worst pieces I have on her. And then this one, which, other than the crit rate, everything else is useless on it. But Ayaka is C2. I actually got her C2 not like last year, so it was used, just not as much. I actually got her C1 when she first came out. Uh, I got her C1 in a double. It was guaranteed for the first one, and then the 10th one was her C1. Most characters I summon for are on their first banner. I think the only one that wasn't on the first banner was Zhongli, because I don't think I was playing at the time. But everyone else was first banner, I think. Yeah, Miko was. I like Jai Miku. Uh, Weirdly enough, I like her personality. So, and she was a fox, so I thought it was funny. I don't like her gameplay, so she's not as built as she can be. It's 77, 199. Even though I know the whole Dendro, which I don't use a single Dendro team. I know they're really busted, but I just don't understand it, and I don't care to understand it, so I mean, I tried to watch the video, but it just confused me the entire time. Uh, I do have her weapon. Uh, so it's right here, right? Nope, it's feather. So the feather's not atrocious, so is that. That one's not atrocious, but it can be better. Uh, that one needed crit rate, but I didn't get it. I still don't know if I should use 4-piece Thundering Fury or keep the 2-piece. That one is a really bad piece, but it was an onset, so I just took it. And that's the off piece, which is not the best either. So it's poorly built. C0. I hear her C6 is really good, but I think C6 should be C2. Like, just to get all that fucking defense. I ignore 6% defense, should not be a C6. That's definitely a lower ranking one, in my opinion. Her talents are 10, 10, 10. Same thing with Ayaka's is 10, 10, 10 too. Uh, Raiden. I actually got Raiden her first banner too. Uh, I got her weapon too. It only took me 100 pulls to get her weapon and her, so I got lucky with that one. And I was not even close to pity. I think on her I was like at 2 pity, and on the weapon banner I was at 1. So it got really lucky with her. They both came home early. Uh, Pretty good crit, and with all the elemental, not elemental, energy recharge. Sorry, talking for a while, kind of getting to get hard considering I have no top teeth, so it takes a while for saliva to build up. Let me just get a drink real quick. Okay, let's get back to it. Okay, of course I have her weapon. I've already explained that. Her artifacts, her actual off piece can be switched around because I actually got a good electro one. Start here. This is a really good piece. I don't think I'll be able to top this one ever. I can't remember. I don't. No, this was a four-liner. So, really good one. This one, if only it had just one crit rate stat. Instead of the EM, it had crit rate. Would have been better. But it's a really good piece too. Look, my riding is pretty decently built. It's I actually use her with Arlecchino for overload, even though I don't need to. Arlecchino is just a really good character to just use when it comes to multiple enemies. Even though a lot of people say she's single target, I use her for multiple targets. This is the off piece, and this is a pretty decent off piece with her. It's still 40. And then this is her goblet, not goblet, yeah, goblet. Uh, it's not the best, but it definitely is a lot better than what she had before I got this one. So the one that Yamiko has is the one that was on her. And then we got this one, which is weirdly enough the worst one. I have her C3. So her C1 and 2 were planned. These both were planned. I was trying to summon on another banner with her, but they're the 4-star I wanted. I just wanted one copy. And she came home extremely early. And I was like, I'm on a 50-50. Let me lose this 50-50 to Jean. Nope. C3 came home. I was like, well then. So, there was that. Uh, my Kaching. I like Kaching as a character. I know she's really good with Dendro. I just don't got the patience for Dendro. I use Primordial Jade Cutter. I wish I never summoned for this weapon because I got really screwed over. And what was it? Sumeru. The crit ratio was actually, I don't ever not crit. So it's 100% crit rate. It's a pretty good split between crit rate to crit damage. Her artifacts, I use Gladiator, 4-piece Gladiator. So that's a good Gladiator piece, except for the defense. This is a 4-liner. It's another good one, another 4-liner. This is an alright one. I could definitely do a lot better with it, but I need another Gladiator piece, so. This is a okay goblet. I wish it had crit damage on it, but it doesn't, so eh. And this is my circlet, which is actually pretty good with a 12 crit rate and 40 elemental mastery. She is C3, losing those 50-50s, getting her constellations. Her talents are 10, 10, 9. Alright, Raiden's are, I didn't do her basic. I might, because I got a ton of crowns, but I gotta farm this domain. Who got time for that? The Dia. I am highly, highly upset with Dia. I was hoping she was gonna be good. I still summoned on her banner, even though I knew she was gonna lose, not lose, but become a standard banner character. My crit rate is actually pretty high compared to crit damage. Crit damage is low. Like, I could work on that a lot. Her artifacts are leftover artifacts. I did get her weapon. Yeah. I don't know if it would be a mistake. I kind of switch it out with this one sometimes. I don't know why, but I do. And I forget about it because I'll use this weapon in the theater on different Claymore characters if it's not a Pyro one. Obviously, I use Emblem, which I still don't know if this is the better one to use. I just use it. 16 crit rate, but no crit damage. Sad. This one got a lot of crit damage, which health, well, HP, one went into that, so there, I wish it wouldn't. Once I get her C6, with how bad my luck is, it'll be possible. I will probably switch this out with an HP one. Her Pyro one is a leftover, which I probably have a better one actually. Because I changed Hu Tao's out. Oh, let me see if I got a better one. Really quickly. Because this was Hu Tao's. I'll lose 8 crit. Damn, I do not. Just getting that other crit thing is hard. Yep, looks like I do not. Damn. Well, this is on Toma. Nope, Toma sucks too. Damn. I get some really bad pieces. That's her circlet. Well, it's not terrible, but it's also not good. I have her C1. I lost one 50-50 on her. Which, honestly, when it comes to Dia, if I lose a 50-50 Dia, I'm not upset. Triple crowned her. I like Dia. It sucks that they made her dog shit. Hopefully they come out with a support with her so it makes her better. I mean, I'm pretty sure I hit each each one of her bursts hit for like 38 to 50 per hit. So she does decent damage. Uh, and I use her sometimes with Farina. She does pretty good. I kind of want to save my Hu Tao for the end. Hu Tao is my
Silly
main.
churl,
I've used
Billy
Hu Tao
churl,
since she first came
silly
out.
Billy.
So I'll save her for last. Charus. Yeah, I like Charus. I like her little gun. She is using my Primordial Jade, which, as you can see, I've lost to this fucking spear 3 times. And I know it might just be I shouldn't refine it, but I want to keep refining it because I don't want more. Uh, I still don't know what her best artifact set is. I should probably look into that so I can build her properly. These are leftover artifacts that I strong box real quick just to throw it on her. Nothing too spectacular. I only got to C1. I know she gets really good at C4, but I do not want to summon more on that banner, so the 2 talents are pretty low. But I gotta send her a few more times to be able to get it. Uh, Ito. Ito is I do not like Ito. I 90'd him because if I get a limited time character, I'm just gonna 90 him no matter what. But I got Ito on 4 pity on Shinobu's uh, first go. And I wanted Shinobu because I just liked how she looked. Funny that I don't use her ever, even though she's a really good character. But I don't fuck with Dendro. I'm trying not to cuss, but I am very bad at when it comes to cussing. He gets the fish. There's no other reason that it's on here. He just gets the fish. Artifacts are very bad. I forgot to show you all the crit. Are very bad. I kind of just was bored, and when I need extra artifacts, I grind on another set. So, like, this has no crit rate, and a hell of a lot of elemental mastery. It's not a bad Geo Goblet. Really bad. Really bad. It's alright, but it could be a hell of a lot better. Uh, Zero, obviously. And this is so when I was raising his friendship level, so he would still do a little bit of damage. So I could have more than just one character. more than 2 characters in there, so I used him as a damage dealer. But this is probably where he will stay forever. We'll never use him. If there was an option to trade him for some, like if they said, oh, you can trade this 5-star in for like 50 summons, I will trade him in a heartbeat. I don't care for him. Traveler. Got some PlayStation Sword because I am a PlayStation gamer. If I could afford a PC, I would, which I probably could. Doesn't have artifacts, obviously. Yeah, I stopped caring. I'm not going to raise a character that I'm never going to use. Uh, Jin Yan or Jan Yan or whatever. I can't pronounce her name. I have to hear it first before I can pronounce it. I only got it because I wanted Cloud Retainer. I regret summoning for her because Arlecchino was next, and I could have got more when it came to Arlecchino. So she's a cool character, but I don't have Xiao either. So I don't know if she would be a good Gaming, because my Gaming can kind of he's really good. I just threw this one on her. Her artifacts aren't nothing to write home about. I was only trying to get Elemental Mastery, which I still don't know if crit rate matters with these characters. Because I thought you couldn't swirl. Swirl could not crit, so I don't know if people actually are supposed to have crit damage on them. Not too bad. That's 0. Lower talents. 369 elemental mastery, which is actually quite low. Nah, it's a 50-50 shot to crit. Not too bad. Kazuha, I kind of fell into the hype with him, and I kind of wanted just to get a better swirl, which is kind of funny considering I think I got Kazuha before I got Venti, so yeah. I actually got a decent amount of elemental mastery on him, and he just ruined. I do have his sword. I figured might as well go and get the paragraph long damn sword description. Artifacts. They're not too bad. I was trying to get more elemental mastery, but I actually got more crit rate than anything else. And I even won the elemental mastery circlet. Constellation 0. I don't know if I should get another constellation. Probably won't. I did 10 this one. I might 10 this one too. Because I think I might be able to scale if I 10 it, so. Uh, yeah. Very low crit rate. It seemed like a lot more. You know, because I got 83 from crit damage. The Venti. I got this weapon because I lost the 50-50. Well, 33. Because technically I won the 50-50, but I also lost it at the same time, so. So he gets to have it. His crit rate and crit damage are lower. Somehow I've listed elements of mastery on him. I don't know how. Yeah, I don't get it. Well, whatever. 0. And I only use him for this, but now it's kind of useless considering most enemies are too heavy to pick up. So yeah. Eula. Hmm. I, uh, I got captivated by her thighs. That's all I'm gonna say. I even treated her with her weapon. But they need to rework physical really badly in this game. Because she does not do nothing. I know you can hit for 1,000,000 damage, but I would love to see it because I've tried. And I have not gotten it. Even though I crowned this ability. Oh, look, I crowned that one. And as you can see, I have 20 crowns, so I don't care about crowning. I have too many, and they just keep adding up. So lately, when I get new characters, I've been just crowning them because I don't care anymore. And I also got her basic 9-9, so uh, probably not the most appropriate reason to summon for a character, but I did. My Ganyu was used for melt. I would use uh, her with Hu Tao, and I would only use her for her burst. Her crit ratio is 22, 176. Very low. But I know Omno's bow is probably not the best. I actually got this later on after I stopped using her, so I was like, I'm just gonna throw it on her. Even though I don't use her, I still bought her skin. I buy every skin. Uh, she's missing a piece. What piece? Oh, her crown. That's right. I know why she's missing that. I think I gave it to someone else. Oh, I gave it to Tignari so he can have some damage. But C0 did not crown any of her abilities. Her playstyle, both characters are just not my cup of tea. I don't care for them at all. Oh, as you can see, I forgot to go back up. I did triple crown her. Well, I was about to. Oh, I can. I did grind it, okay. Well, y'all gonna see her being triple crowned. I miss her triple crowned. Even though her normal attack is useless, I still like to look at 3 instead of just 2 with characters I use. I had to spend a little bit of extra money to get her, and I didn't get her weapon. All my summons went to Arlecchino. I have this on her. I think... Where is it? Where is it? This one. I saw someone use this, and it was good, but my crit ratio will go way down if I do that. Yeah, it will go down to 50%, which I hear she can get crit rate from her passive. I can't remember, but I hear she can get crit rate from her stats. So I might change that so she... Oh yeah, right here. Yeah, that's where she gets some crit rate. Uh, her stuff, which I could probably just switch this out so I could have more crit rate, honestly. It's not too terrible, but these are just leftover Arlecchino pieces. This Arlecchino was more prioritized than her. Uh, I don't care for him at all. Sino was another character that I got because I was summoning for a 4-star. It was always getting me these 4-stars, trying to summon for 4-stars, and I end up getting the 5-star. And it's not even like I get the 5-star at like 80 pulls. No, I always get them early. There's been like 5 characters that's happened to me too. And he is one of them. And I believe 2 of them were males, and 3 of them were females, so he's not built at all. Bare minimum on his talents. Don't care for him. I got Nahida because she's an Archon. I do not have her weapon. She's actually on a very bad weapon. But I need Elemental Mastery, so I said screw it. Think I have any other? Nope, I do not. Uh, Artifacts are pretty dog water too. I was only just throwing her together. Because I don't normally use Dendro at all. Which, when it comes to her story, oh my god, is it boring. and they gave her 2. And I fell asleep on both of them. Like, huh. Talk about being falling asleep. I did double. I crowned her first because I know it's good, and if I ever decide to use Dendro, it's one less headache. So I could probably almost crown another one, but I'm not going to. Nilu. Nilu was one of my favorite characters when it came to Sumeru. I just liked her personality. Uh, and you're about to see why I regret summoning for the damn Jade Sword. Because I now have a C2 of this weapon. I did not want her weapon. I wanted the Jade Sword. But I got her weapon twice, which I regret refining this one because I could use this on Layla. I didn't realize that at the time. But whenever I don't need to use her, I put the sword on Layla. Hers are just thrown together. I just gave her a bunch of shit so her HP can be high. Constellation 0. I double crowned her because the normal attack's useless. Kokomi. I actually gave up on. I skipped Kokomi. I think twice actually because I used what was her name? Barbara with Ayaka for Freeze team, but Barbara's healing wasn't doing enough later on because the enemies were just so much stronger, so they would hit harder. So I need someone with more heals, and she applied more heals. So yep, I got this weapon. I don't think it's good on her at all, but I don't use her anymore, so it's not that big of a deal. At this point, if I get another Jade weapon, I'm going to be so irritated. I did not want him. I don't even like Baiju at all. When he got announced, I said, oh, that's going to be an easy, very easy skip. I did get like 4 crit rate. So, I mean, my crit rate was not too good, which is probably the best. I was hoping for no crit rate, so it's going to be the most useless stat in the world. So we want healing bonus and elemental mastery because sometimes I use her for pyro, and sometimes I don't know if it affects the little dendro stuff, so still have it there. One with HP instead of hydro, which I could probably do an HP one. But I wanted the 4-piece before I had the 5. This one kind of flopped, but I was tired of using this domain. Same thing with this one, but that HP percentage was pretty high, so I kept it. So I wonder. Oh, yeah, this one has way more HP. Why am I using this? This is this is 29. I don't know why I'm using that. And then this last one. Still a decent amount. Constellation 0. I did not crown her. She wasn't my favorite. I could probably almost crown her. Double crown at least. But I didn't feel like it. So 42. Pretty good. My Miko was another accidental. I think this was Chevrous's first banner. I believe so. That's why I have her. And I didn't want another copy because boy did I think I summoned a lot. She does not have her weapon. I don't know why she has the phone with Favonius. I thought I had her on Rust. She does not do much damage. Crit ratio needs a lot of improvement. I could probably put her on like this one. It's like, no wait, not that one. This one has crit rate? No. This one has crit rate. If probably put that one, but I also have the new bow. I don't know if it's any better. Why do I keep spinning the characters? Uh, I do not have very many Shimanama pieces, so she was stuck on two piece. But then I kind of used the other pieces for other places, and I do not know why she's on this piece. Do I not have another gladiator piece? Thought she was on another gladiator piece. Oh no, that's why he has it. That is my goblet, leftover goblet. Yeah, that's my circlet, which honestly I could probably do better. Crit rate instead of crit damage. I kind of got these two pretty decently high. Couldn't crown it, but I'm not going to. 45. Not much better than Klee. Klee
These bombs so
is the most
heavy.
adorable character out there. She presses. We gotta protect her. Especially from all these pedophiles that try to make her lewd. They should all be hung. Uh, Dodoco Tales, obviously. I played that event. I gave her some leftover pieces. Nothing too big. Just ate all her talents. Her crit ratio. She has like no crit damage.
Totoko, where are
Uh,
you?
Layla is just meant for health. I have this on her just to hold it, the Attack on Titan sword. Just for the HP, that's all. I'm missing an artifact for some weird reason. I don't know why, but whatever. C4. Because the game can't just give me the C6. This is crowned. This shield is almost as good as Zhongli's. It's almost as good. But it protects my Arlequinus, that's all that matters. Albedo I actually got because it was the Chronicle Wish. I think I pronounced that right. Like I said, it's hard for me to say some words, sorry. Uh, I literally was like, oh, I'm gonna put him on there. I bet you I won't get anything first temple. I got him. So there was that. I was like, oh, okay, then I guess you wanted me to have Albedo. I didn't want Albedo, but I guess I have Albedo. Uh, I did this because I wanted to try him with Ito, but then I gave up on that. Jean. Oh, Jean. Character that took me 3 years to finally get. Yep, it took me 3 years. I do not care that she might not be the map, but she's actually pretty good with uh Farina. Yeah, ignore the sword. I think I just put it on there just so she had a weapon. Uh, and just filler artifacts. And 8 and 8 because I've been a senator, which I need to because I have her little trail that you get if you do the theater mechanic. Uh, Actually, at the beginnings of the game, Chi-Chi carried me. Her artifacts are no longer here, but Chi-Chi carried me at the beginning of the game for heals. Because I didn't have Zhongli yet, and I needed a second team, so she definitely carried me. So that's good. Sucks that she gets so much hate. I actually have her close to C6. So, yeah. I've actually lost the last couple of 50-50s on her, so there's that. Tignari. So I hate this game because of Tignari. Because I chose him as the anniversary reward. Okay, because I was like, oh, I don't have him yet. I'll just get him. I was very hesitant to get Dia or him, but I was like, I don't have him yet. I will get him. Clearly, I'm working on his friendship level. But this fucking game, first 10 pull on the standard banner, gave me his fucking constellation. Are you serious? Why? That irritated me so much. It's like, why would you do this game? I could have had a C2 Dia, but no. You couldn't just give me that or a weapon I didn't have. Mona is my second C6. My first C6 standard banner character. Mona has, I know she's pretty decent, but I'm never gonna use her uh, because it's spite. Because she was actually the character, my first 50-50 loss, which was actually, I believe my first 5-star was Mona, but it was on Xiao's banner. I lost 50-50 to her, which I'm happy I did because I didn't want Xiao, but I just got into the game, so I didn't know. I just thought, oh, summon on this banner. But ever since Hu Tao's banner, I realized it. So I don't care. But I do try to use her burst in some damage showcases to see if I can get big numbers. But yeah. All the other characters I don't use. They're all just 80. Like Gao Ming actually does decent damage. Like each one of his when burst and uses a tag, they do like 70,000 per hit when it crits. Because this is a 50-50 crit rate. But I mostly get 4-stars just to have them. For the longest time, he had to fish. Because I don't play D-Luke either. But I don't really use 4-stars. I just use 5-stars. Which, like, that's why Kuki, I gave her the katana. She has some artifacts, but they're definitely not built for her. Almost Constellation 6, so yeah. I only raise talents when I'm trying to increase their friendship than that. I want to build Lisa, but I need more constellations for Lisa, because she only gets good at C6. So I want more. Man, this video is going to take forever to edit. I'm just not realizing that, but oh well, I'll probably just put it on in the background, or when I go take a shower to upload. But I mostly get 4-star characters just so I can get their friendship up. So they don't ruin, if I get a new 5-star, they don't ruin the fact that I gotta also upgrade them. Candace, I was hyped for until I got her and used her, and then I kind of was just like, yeah, what the hell is this? She's not good at all. Toma, same thing. Dog shit. He should stay in the kitchen, cook for the Kamisato clan. Yanfei actually carried me in some until I got Ayaka in the Abyss. So, and on my second account that I haven't been on for years, she's my main on that account. So she still gets a little bit of love. We don't talk about that one. And I know a lot of people use her. I just never got into her gameplay, which I probably should get into her because she's supposed to be really good, but I already have 2 Pyro Queens, so I don't need a third. And that's it. Now let's go look at my Hu Tao. This is my pride and joy, my Hu Tao. It's actually top 2% in the world, so it's really high. Crit ratio, even though I don't need 81, but I do have it just in case my Constellation isn't activated. Obviously, I have the Staff of Homeless. I actually got her Staff of Homa on her second rerun. I mean, on her first rerun. Same thing with C1. Uh, my artifacts are actually really good with Hu Tao. Obviously, I put a lot of time into her. So, like this one, that's 16 crit rate with a lot of crit damage. I have another one, this one with 30 crit damage, but don't use it. And that's what I originally was using, was this piece. But then Elemental Mastery kind of was showing that it was more useful. The new way to use artifacts, I got this one. It's not atrocious. Like, I got really lucky on Elemental Mastery. I'm going to do it again to see if I can get higher crit ratios. This one, I wish it had Elemental Mastery on it, but it does not. Of course, she's C6. So, on her first rerun, I got her weapon and C1. On her second rerun, I got C2 and C3. And on last year, when Novelette came around, I summoned to get her C6. I actually got really lucky on this one. I got this one, and I had like 20 left, I think, and then I got this, and I was so happy. She was actually my first C6 character, and I thought Mona was going to be my first C6 because when I went into this at C3, Mona was at C5, and I thought, oh, I'm going to get Mona before her, but nope, it was Hu Tao. Obviously 10, 10, 10. Of course, she has been my main since she first came out. If you don't believe me, I could show you. Oh, I don't even know what that means. I was trying to do that I owned. Cause yeah, I'm missing a lot of 5 stars. What am I doing? So yeah, I did start. I should have showed this at the beginning of the video. I did join the game late because I did not have power at the time when the game came out all the way up until January. It was a very horrible experience. I do not recommend it for anyone. But I believe my first 5 star was Mona. Then it was Kaching. Yeah, the 3-day difference. So this was limited time. This was standard banner. And then my first limited 5 star was Hu Tao. Once I got Kaching, I literally saw the trailer for Hu Tao, and I was literally the
Silly.
meme of the guy slamming his credit card on the table. That was me. I was like, if I gotta spend money for her, I will. Luckily, I didn't have to. But I was so happy when I got her. And I've used her ever since. My avatar character and banner hasn't changed since then. They've always been the same. Never going to change. Uh, show you the weapons. Like, complete overview of all my 5 star weapons. I have summoned for a lot of weapons. I do not recommend anyone that sees this video to ever summon on the weapon banner unless you have 180 pulls ready for the weapon banner. Even though it's a lot better now, I would still not recommend it because it's still kind of dog shit. Because you're definitely probably losing a 33%. It's not a 50-50. Which I don't understand when they have Honkai that's the exact same banner system pretty much, but they don't separate it. I know they can. Artifacts, you can't see them because I just keep only ones that are log shown, but I got roughly around 300 built artifacts. Materials don't really matter, but I got a lot because I kind of use Genshin for when I'm have to work a night shift at the dollar store and I get up early because I'm forced of habit from working morning shifts. So I just play this and kill some enemies. So it's about to be the end. I only got 5 minutes left before it's been an hour. I could probably just put two together. I wonder if it's going to show that up the entire time. But we're almost done anyways. I've not done this because I've been mixing the days, so I need to do that next Monday. I wish I got more of the lanterns before the event went away, but I thought it was going to be able to keep making them. I wish they would come back so I can make even more. As you can see, I have 4 birthday cakes. So, and I've actually put my actual birthday, which is August 1st. I'll go show y'all the Spiral Abyss. I don't know if you can see the Imagination Theater records, but we can see. Come on. So I think there's only been 3, right? Uh, oh yeah, you can. So this is what used last time. Everything's good until I gotta use 4 stars. Then I'm kind of screwed. That's the first one. I mean, that's the last one. This one was actually harder than the first one. The first one I breezed through. Whenever there's pyro, it's easy because Hu Tao and Arlecchino are my mains. So I just destroy anything that has them. Like, it's not big hard, but when you gotta take them away, I am screwed. Like, I drop so bad. But they didn't have 10 at the time, so it looks bad that it says 8. Because it only shows a gold. But, yeah. If it had the 10, I would have had 10 too. I have a lot of 5 stars, so it's not that hard. Which apparently, because I let someone use my Arlecchino in their theater, apparently Arlecchino did a 320 normal attack vaporize. He was shocked. Like, he kept messaging me, telling me how much damage she did, and he couldn't believe it. I was like, oh, I don't use her with that, so that's cool. I gotta leave here so I can show y'all my Spiral Abyss, which I haven't done the theater mode yet this time because I'm waiting for the new banners to come out in 3 days. So I can't remember if there's a thing with them that shows you a so and so is here. Battle Pass reputation. Okay, I always screw this up. Okay, so I've been 36 starring a little bit lately. Hu Tao has always been the most damage dealer. This one I missed 100%. Someone asked me, oh, what's the highest damage you've done? I said it like 300,000. I don't keep track of it too much. I don't try to do damage teams anymore. And then I looked at it and I saw that number. I was like, when did I do that? But Hu Tao is mostly always the most damage dealing. So from here, this one, I kind of got busy at work, so I couldn't really play. For the longest time, I was only doing floor 11. I wasn't doing floor 12. So some of these are kind of scuffed. It doesn't show you them all because I do every this now. But I hope so y'all enjoyed this, and have a nice day.